Let us assume these are the stock prices of Unfold Data Science again, okay? And I tell you, since you are a data scientist, can you take these values and predict T6 for me? Here T1, T2, T3 are nothing but let's say 10 AM price, 11 AM price, 12 PM like that, okay? So I ask you predict T6 value for me. Will you take this time series and feed it into a machine learning algorithm directly, or you will check something before that? We will know the answer of this question in this video. Welcome to Unfold Data Science. My name is Aman and I am a data scientist. In this video, I am going to explain you what are the prerequisites that you should know before applying a time series model on your data. Okay. So very first thing you need to understand here is your time series has to be stationary if you want to train a machine learning algorithm with this data. Okay. So what is the definition of a stationary time series? So very simple to understand, guys. A stationary time series should have two conditions, okay? It should have a constant mean, okay? Mean constant, okay? And it should have a constant variance, variance constant. This is a plus, not a or, this is a and condition. What is the meaning of constant mean? So this time series we have T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, 10 AM, 11 AM, 12, 1 and 2 PM, okay? So if I take a mean at T1 and T2 and compare with the mean at T4 and T5, are these same or different? If different, then how different? If this is slightly different, then that's okay, but the difference should not be too much, okay? So what we are trying to say here is, over the period of time, the mean of the series should not change too much, okay? And similarly for the variance. If these two conditions satisfy, then your time series is a stationary time series and you can apply a machine learning algorithm on top of this. If not, then you have to make your time series stationary. How to do that? To understand it, you have to understand something known as rolling statistics. So what is rolling statistics, guys? Let me give you a simple example here, okay? So some of you who are interested in stock market analysis, you would have heard of something known as moving average, okay? Moving average. So what is moving average, guys? Moving average is nothing but a rolling stats on your time series. Rolling stats means it will consider multiple points in your time series together. Let us see with an example. So moving average always comes with a window. So here let us fix our window to 2, n is equal to 2, okay? Now if I have to compute moving average of this series at window 2, then at T1 it will be blank, okay? At T2 it will be mean of these two numbers. So what is the mean of 300 and 310? 610 by 2, 305, correct? Let me omit this so that I can put the numbers. I am computing moving average of this series, mean moving average of this series with window 2, okay? What will be the moving average window 2 of mean at T3? 420 by plus 310 by 2. What is this number? 730 by 2. What will be the moving average of window 2 at T4? 530 plus 420 by 2. So this is nothing but 950 by 2. Okay. Similarly, it will go. If you take 3 here in place of 2, if you take 3, then T1 and T2 will be blank. At T3, mean of this. At T4, mean of these three numbers. At T5, mean of these three numbers. Okay. Now, what is this number? Let me, 350 plus 15, right? So 365. This number is 365. What is this number? 450 plus 25. So 475. Correct? Okay. What is the use of computing this rolling stats? Let me draw this time series to make it clear for you. So here I will put, let us say this is T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5, and this is, let us say 100, let us say 200, 300, 400, 500 and 600. Just a rough calculation, right? So let me draw the initial time series first. What is the first point? 300, where it will come somewhere here. What is the next? 310, 2, somewhere here only. What is next? 420, somewhere here. What is next for 530? Somewhere between 500 and 600. Let me say here T5 is 640, above 600. So this is your original time series. Okay, pardon me for bad drawing. This is your original time series. Now let us plot the rolling stats time series as well. So T1 does not apply. T2 it's 305. So 300 is here, somewhere here. T3 365 means below 400, somewhere here. T4 475. So 475 somewhere below 500, right? So this is basically your time series. Okay, so this is your original and this one is your rolling stats time series. So here we have very limited numbers and I am not able to show you in this chart properly, but what you will observe is all the rolling stats, right? For example, moving average will smoothen your time series. What is the meaning of time series smoothing? So your time series is going like this. This is making it little more straight. Okay, it is going like this. Your smoothing is making it little straight. So if your time series is like too much up and down, right? Then when you do a smoothing means nothing but plotting a moving average kind of thing. There are other techniques as well. What will happen is your time series will not go too up, too down. It will be little flatter. Okay, little flatter. Why I am explaining you this? When your time series is too much up, too much down, then your mean and variance cannot be constant over a period of time. Okay, and when your time series is a little smoothened, then your mean and variance may be constant over a time. Okay, so this is a technique of making your time series stationary if it is not stationary. One of the technique. There are many techniques. This is one of the technique. Okay, having said that, what is the other use of moving average or rolling stats? So moving average, as I told you, can make your time series stationary. Moving average you can use in your time series for feature engineering as well. Okay, so this is my original time series. Maybe I will use some feature engineering. I will show you in practical how you can make use of moving average in prediction. Okay, next is moving average you can directly use for prediction as well. For example, this is your time series. So I have these numbers, right? Now I will have a T5 moving average number, some number, and I can directly predict T6 by a moving average, normal moving average model. Okay, so in prediction also, sometimes in simple time series it will help you. So these are the different usage of your rolling statistics. So this is average, it can be variance as well, and this is how stationarity of a time series is decided. So if you plot a time series and it looks too much up and down, or there is a trend, upward trend, then that is definitely not a stationary time series. This is about visually how you can see. Okay, but there are some tests also in statistics you can do, and you can just see the p-value and directly make a conclusion whether your time series is stationary or not stationary. One such test is known as AD Fuller test. AD Fuller test, ADF Fuller or AD Fuller. Okay, ADF Fuller test. So this test tells you whether your time series is stationary or not stationary by checking various things and giving you a p-value. Okay, so to summarize what all we have discussed, your time series has to be stationary before training a machine learning algorithm. What is definition of stationarity? Constant mean, constant variance. How to check? You can plot, you will be able to see, but more better way is by doing some statistical test. One test is AD Fuller test, and you also understood what is rolling statistics, how it smoothens your curve, and how it can be used for prediction as well. Okay, let me know what comments, what doubts you have. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, stay safe and take care.